Imagine you're looking at a transparent red woman.
Okay.
And she has lived for hundreds of years. I mean, she's seen empires rise, continents shatter, entire eras of history just turn to dust.
Right. She is literally the apex of her world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But right now, she is completely losing her composure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because she hasn't just witnessed like a rare spell. She has just watched a human absorb a beast's innate biological skill and replicate it perfectly, right in the middle of active combat.
Which is, I mean, for context, she has never seen a beast accomplish this, let alone a minor species like a human.
Right.
It just fundamentally breaks every established law of magical theory and evolutionary biology that she understands.
It really does. And she's standing there, caught perfectly between just absolute thrill and honestly terrifying dread.
Yeah, she doesn't know whether to cheer or run.
It's such an incredible image to start with, and it really sets the tone. So, welcome to the deep dive. I'm so glad you're joining us today because the stack of sources we're unpacking, chapters 95 through 104 of Infinite Mana and the Apocalypse, is just operating on a massive scale.
Massive. It's huge.
And we are framing this deep dive around 3 simultaneous converging storylines. We've got the trial, the assembly, and the war.
And they're all hurtling toward this massive collision. We've got a human defying the laws of reality to claim ultimate power.
Right.
A princess being handed a fractured throne, a shadow war being fought with poison and memory, and of course, a demon king marching an apocalyptic legion toward a frozen kingdom purely for his own entertainment.
Which is just wild. Okay, let's unpack this, starting with the epic fight and the loot.
Let's do it.
So Noah arrives at the Sky Peak nest, right? He's looking for this epic rank beast that has literally been waiting for him.
Yeah, it's been anticipating this.
And I love that Noah doesn't even bother with like a feeling out process.
Yeah.
He instantly casts the corrupted Sword Saint's incarnation.
Yes.
And we really need to talk about what this actually means magically. Because he doesn't just, put on armor.
No, not at all.
He reconstructs his mana to become this 8-meter-tall titan with a red horn and a sword dripping with raw, condensed ice element.
Exactly. It's a physical and magical manifestation of overwhelming density.
Yeah.
And the beast responds in kind, right?
Yeah.
It uses its ultimate innate ability, Iceberg.
Oh man, the iceberg.
It manifests a 30-meter solid landmass, completely filled with deadly ice elements, and just drops it straight from the sky.
Right.
We aren't talking about a large hailstone here. This is an extinction-level attack meant to crush entire battalions. It literally covers Noah's entire field of vision.
And here's where the power scaling of this universe just gets completely shattered. What does Noah do?
He doesn't dodge.
He doesn't dodge. He just jumps up and slices a 30-meter solid landmass clean in half midair. It's ridiculous.
It really is.
When he slices that iceberg, he isn't just cutting ice. He is overpowering the dense magical structure of an epic beast's ultimate attack.
Yeah, he's breaking the spell itself.
Exactly. And the beast tries to pin him down, but Noah is already above it, mockingly laughing.
Because he's operating on a completely different tactical level. He immediately pins the beast to the ground and uses his summon, the Plague Bearer, to trigger a skill called Defiler.
Ooh, yeah.
The dead bodies of the beast's allies unnaturally rise up, turn this deadly shade of green, and rush the epic beast, exploding against it in a shower of poison.
So brutal.
It's just systematic dismantling, the combination of pure physical power from the incarnation, the roiling elements of flames and lightning, and the poisonous explosions. The fight is just over in minutes.
It's a clinical execution. And then comes the loot.
The best part.
Right. It's like playing a video game where you don't just beat the boss, you steal its ultimate weapon and wear it in front of its friends.
Yeah.
Because he gets the iceberg skill and he gets absolute zero.
Such a good pull.
And the moment he activates absolute zero, it creates this terrifying, constant storm of ice crystals around his body. He secures the loot and leaves right before 3 more epic auras can even reach him.
Smart move.
But I gotta say, here's where I really need to push back on Noah's progression, because the mechanics of his power are starting to bother me a bit.
Oh, how so?
He's casting a corrupted skill. He absorbed this from an enemy who swallowed a demonic power jewel. Is this corrupted tag going to eventually, warp his humanity?
That's a fair question.
Right. Like, how much of this dark demonic code can you integrate into your own system before it starts overriding who you are?
Well, what's fascinating here is that Noah treats his abilities like open source software.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Right. When he uses his Devour skill, he isn't just downloading the app. He's absorbing the source code of the enemy, isolating the useful mechanics, and executing them without adopting the ideology behind them.
So he's just stripping out the bad parts.
Exactly. His relentless efficiency actually speaks to his grounded mental state. Notice how he acts after the kill. He doesn't stick around to brag to those 3 approaching epic auras.
Yeah, he just bounces.
He doesn't go on an ego-driven power trip. He secures the loot and tactically retreats. It shows a maturity that completely contrasts with typical power fantasies. He views the corrupted skill strictly as a tool.
Okay, that open source analogy is perfect. He's literally compiling a totally unique operating system out of his enemy's parts.
Yeah, exactly.
But your point about his tactical retreat is funny, because he thinks he's escaping the nest. But instead of getting away, he's summoned the Emperor Penguin, teleports him straight into the underground heart of the island.
Yeah, total misdirection.
Right. Noah drops into this massive subterranean frozen expanse, and he's instantly surrounded by 12 epic beasts.
And that is when our transparent red woman materializes.
Yes. And this is such a brilliantly written moment, because she has absolutely zero aura. Nothing.
Not a trace.
But every single danger alarm in Noah's biological and magical makeup is screaming simultaneously.
Which is the ultimate flex of power in a universe that is dictated by mana pressure.
Right. Usually the stronger you are, the louder your aura is.
Exactly. But she is so far beyond him, operating on such a profoundly higher dimension of existence that his senses just lack the vocabulary to even quantify her.
Wow.
She reveals that these floating nests aren't just random monster spawns. They are spiritual lands.
Right.
They are ancient, meticulously designed trial grounds meant to birth the absolute most powerful beasts of an era. The defeated literally become fuel for the victors to rise.
And the economic implications of what she says next really blew my mind.
Oh yeah, the upgrade.
She casually mentions that she personally upgraded this specific spiritual land to Tier 2 using her own treasures.
Which is insane.
She upgraded a mountain-sized magical ecosystem out of her own pocket change. Think about what that says about the wealth disparity in this world.
It's staggering.
The human kingdoms are taxing entire populations to fund a single war effort, and this ancient being is tossing GDP-level wealth into a training ground just to see what happens.
It completely reframes the scale of the world. From her perspective, the human-demon war might just be a minor skirmish.
Totally.
But she instantly senses the corrupted tag on Noah's skill and threatens him. She demands to know his origins, warning him that the next few minutes will be his last if he lies.
And Noah, who is aggressively pragmatic, just tells the unvarnished truth.
Yeah, no hesitation.
He says, I absorbed an enemy who swallowed a demon's power jewel. I have no demon ties. And she is shocked. Not by the demon part, which is telling it itself, but because she realizes he has a Devour class unique skill.
Yes, she actually confirms it aloud. She hasn't seen a Devour class skill in a minor species, meaning humans, in hundreds of years.
Wow.
The sheer rarity of his existence prompts her to offer him an incredible prize. If he wins the Trial of Supremacy, a trial that every epic beast in that room has failed for years, he's guaranteed a safe advancement to legendary rank.
And Noah's response. Utterly unfazed.
Always.
Surrounded by monsters that want him dead, an ancient demigod threatening him, and he just asks, when do we start? He doesn't care about the lore, he cares about the progression.
So the trial begins. Stage 1 drops him into a fire and lava environment against an epic winged spider.
Rough matchup.
But Noah doesn't conserve energy at all. He erupts with destructive attacks. Between the Plague Bearer, Saint's Return, and the Incarnation Sword, he freezes the spider and kills it in minutes.
Just minutes.
Yeah, and the Red Woman, who's watching through a crystal mirror, is visibly surprised by his sheer output and his complete disregard for energy conservation.
But stage 2 is where the fundamental rules of magic just get rewritten. He's dropped into a grassland environment, and he's completely surrounded by a coordinated trio. A walrus, a polar bear, and a naked Malrot.
All epic beasts.
Yes, all epic. They're throwing water spears, detaching claws, attacking from blind spots. They're actively pushing him back.
And then the shocker happens. The moment that circles back to our opening hook. As they push him, multiple rifts open in the skies, and Noah unleashes bone spears.
A biological, innate skill he just absorbed from the winged spider he killed literally 3 minutes ago?
Exactly. And this is exactly why the Red Woman completely loses her composure. It's one thing to absorb a magical spell.
Yeah.
It is something entirely different to absorb the biological essence of a creature, dissect the intricacies of its genetic and magical makeup, and successfully execute that ability while actively defending against 3 epic monsters.
It shouldn't be possible.
No, even for a genius beast, learning a skill takes immense time. Noah didn't just win a fight, he bypassed the evolutionary process entirely.
He's rewriting his source code in real time under extreme duress.
Yeah.
So the iceberg drops, the bone spears skewer the naked Malarat, killing it instantly. 2 beasts remain, but honestly, the outcome almost doesn't matter as much as the paradigm shift that just occurred. Noah is evolving underground. But I want to pivot here. Because while Noah is gaining raw, undeniable power in the shadows, up on the surface, human power is decaying through elaborate deception.
Oh, this is such a good contrast.
Let's move to the Grand Assembly.
The juxtaposition here is just brilliant. Down below, we have absolute biological truth. Up above, King Rourke Belmont convenes every noble in the Frozen Kingdom to the massive hall at King's Crown, and it is a masterclass in political theater and hidden rot.
Rourke drops a tactical nuke on the room. He tells the ministers to strike out the name of Crown Prince Aeneas as the next ruler.
Just brutal.
Just completely strips him of the crown right in front of the entire court. The room goes dead silent. And then Rourke names Princess Adelaide as the new heir.
Which is a huge deal.
Huge. The 8 epic battalion commanders immediately kneel to her and declare, "We greet the future queen." It's a seismic shift in power.
Absolutely.
But when I was looking at Aeneas' reaction, it struck me he didn't flinch. To me, that doesn't scream shock. That screams premeditation. He already knew the kingdom was falling. He's already made a move, hasn't he?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, your instinct is spot on. Aeneas's deadpan calm is terrifying to the nobles, precisely because it is the calm of a fanatic whose plan is already in motion.
Oof.
The underlying tragedy here is that Aeneas has been methodically poisoning his own father, King Rourke, for months.
That is so dark.
He's been crippling a legendary king from the inside out using demon resources.
His own father. The man who built the kingdom. It really begs the question, how does a prince justify destroying his own lineage?
He justifies it through the ultimate psychological weapon, a manipulated memory stone given to him by the Dawn King Gremory.
The memory stone.
For our listeners, imagine someone showing you an incredibly immersive, emotionally devastating deepfake. Undeniable, experiential proof that your family will be slaughtered tomorrow unless you betray your boss today.
You panic.
You wouldn't think logically either. That stone broke Aeneas' mental defenses. Gremory promised that if Aeneas weakens the kingdom's defenses from the inside, his family will live, the kingdom will continue as a vassal state, and no one will be enslaved. Aeneas genuinely believes he is a martyr, making the hard choice for the greater good.
He thinks he's the tragic hero in all this.
Exactly.
But we get Gremory's inner monologue, and it is chilling. The Demon King is a master of illusions and emotions, and he invented every single promise purely for entertainment.
Literally just for fun.
Gremory has absolutely no intention of sparing anyone. He doesn't care about politics or vassal states. He just wants to see the look of absolute soul-crushing despair on Aeneas' face when the kingdom falls apart and he realizes he murdered his father for a practical joke.
It is pure sadism, just evil.
And here's where it gets really interesting to me. Look at the dichotomy between Noah and Aeneas. They are a study in opposites.
Oh, for sure.
Aeneas swallowed a comforting lie. He let an illusion completely dictate his reality, and he is rotting his kingdom from the inside out because of it.
Right.
Noah, on the other hand, swallows harsh truths. He uses devour to literally absorb the hard, cold reality of his enemies. Noah's clarity is brutal, but it's fundamentally real. Aeneas' delusion is comforting, but it's fatal.
That is a fantastic synthesis, and it perfectly sets the stage for the collision.
Right.
Because the pieces are on the board. Rourke's desperate truth versus Gremory's theatrical lie.
Right, because following the succession change, King Rourke steps up to deliver a massive speech.
Yeah.
He projects his legendary power outward, letting it wash over the streets and the soldiers. It's a tangible physical buff to their morale.
Which is awesome.
He yells, "Fight for the liberation of our people! Fight for humanity!" And the battalions mobilize to the mountain defense lines. It's this beautiful, desperate last stand of humanity.
But look at the nightmare they are marching toward.
Oh man.
The demonic march. Gremory's legion arrives at the frozen mountains, and the scale is staggering. Demon oxen carrying armored soldiers, Komodo dragons, mephitic turtles, orc commanders, goblin kings.
So many.
It is an overwhelming wall of muscle and dark mana.
And Gremory. He's not poring over battle maps. He is sitting on an exquisite throne atop a giant reptile, eating delicacies.
Snacking during a war.
He is motivated entirely by sadistic fun. He's actually too excited about the dramatic irony he created with Aeneas to even focus properly on the tactical troop movements.
But we cannot mistake his lack of focus for weakness.
True.
Gremory possesses a unique skill, Primal Conjurer. This allows him to summon 2 spirits equal to his own power. That means he brings 3 legendary presences in a single body to this battlefield.
3.
The mana cost to sustain that must be astronomical, yet he sits there snacking.
So what does this all mean? It brings us to Theory Corner, because we need to rapid-fire synthesize these converging threads for you.
Let's do it.
Let's look at the board. First question. Who is the transparent red woman? She's lived for centuries. She's dropping GDP-level wealth on spiritual lands. My theory. She has to be a ruler of one of the mythical beast kingdoms, projecting her consciousness globally.
The evidence certainly points there. I mean, her resources, her deep historical knowledge of the demon war, and her sheer disbelief at a human possessing a devour-class skill suggest she operates the highest echelon of the world's hierarchy. She mentions having a kingdom to focus on and bolstering defenses against the demons. She's a major geopolitical player, acting from the shadows, grooming a weapon.
Okay, second question. The poison plot.
Oh, this one is huge.
Adelaide proved to Rourke years ago that Aeneas was untrustworthy when he tried to assassinate her. So does the king know he is actively being poisoned right now?
Good question.
He stripped Aeneas of the crown, but he told Aeneas he would keep him close on the battlefield to, quote, teach him how to command. Is Rourke a tactical genius, keeping his enemy where he can see him? Or is he a blindly loyal father, bringing his own assassin to the front lines?
That is the terrifying variable. As they rode out, Aeneas whispered to himself, I'll be doing what is best for all of us too, father.
Ugh, chillin'.
A weakened legendary king who might be turning his back on his killer, facing down 3 legendary demon presences, is just a recipe for an absolute massacre.
Exactly, which leads directly to our third point, the power imbalance. Is there any version of this war that the Frozen Kingdom survives if Noah doesn't finish stage 2 of the trial, digest the polar bear and the walrus, and achieve legendary rank himself? Because right now, the map is overwhelmingly against humanity.
This raises an important question. Is humanity's ultimate shield its physical battalions or its ability to see through deception?
Oh, that's good.
Because right now, their physical power is deeply compromised from within. If they can't pierce the illusion Gremory cast over their prince, if they can't purge the poison from their king, all the physical walls and soldiers in the world won't save them.
It's already over.
The war might have already been lost in the mind of the crown prince before a single sword is swung.
Wow. That brings me to a final lingering thought I want to leave you with today.
Okay.
Throughout this deep dive, we've talked about how Noah survives and scales his power. He absorbs the essence of his enemies.
Right.
He takes in corrupted skills, demonic power jewels, and beast biology, constantly rewriting his own source code to match the horrors he faces. He is literally becoming a chimera of the things he kills.
It's the ultimate evolutionary shortcut.
Exactly. But here is the provocative question I want you to mull over. If humanity's only way to survive the demon invasion is to absorb their dark power, to rewrite our own biology and magic to match theirs, at what point are we no longer defending humanity?
Oh, the ship of Theseus problem.
Yes. If Noah replaces all his human frailties with monstrous and demonic traits to win the war, does humanity actually survive? Or have we just replaced the demons with a new, equally terrifying apex predator?
That is a haunting thought. When you fight monsters by becoming one, the monsters still win.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the sources. We've explored the hidden architectures of power, the tragedy of deception, and the looming war. Remember to keep questioning assumptions, keep looking past the illusions, and we will catch you next time.